Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to In the Bag Disc Golf. Today we got another one brand, one round, and we'll be featuring MVP discs. So to start off, our distance drivers will be using the Tesla, and that's in the Proton plastic. It's a little gummy, a little flexy. I've thrown it a few times. I like this driver. A new one that we got is the Volt, and it's in the Cosmic Neutron, and it's pretty cool looking. So it's an overstable fairway driver. Seems like it won't be too overstable, but we'll see how it flies once we get out there. Never thrown that one before. Our mid-range is the Matrix. I've thrown this a few times. It's decent. It's not overstable. It's kind of neutral. It's right there in the middle. If you throw it straight, it'll just stay straight. Our overstable approach will be the Entropy, and it's also in that Cosmic Neutron. It's pretty cool looking. Got a lot of good flaring and bursting on it. I really like how they're doing this Cosmic plastic. It's really cool, really cool. But I mean, it's fairly flat. Most of their discs are pretty flat, so this is no different. But it's a similar number to a Zone or a Harp or something like this, so it should do well as our overstable approach. And our putters will be the Atom. They're both in electron plastics, but one's in the hard and one's in the Cosmic soft. So that'll be pretty cool. We'll figure out which one's more stable. I'm thinking that the hard one's going to be more stable and the soft one's going to be a little less stable. That's usually how it goes with plastics, but we'll see. I'll probably end up maybe putting with this in the headwind and putting with this on everything else, and maybe even approaching on like a straight approach with this, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we end up under par. Let's get out there and see how it goes. Alright, hole one brand, one round. We're going Tesla. Let's do it. Well, we clipped that tree and we landed on the next tee pad, so not good, but we'll have a decent approach. Alright, this is the first time I'll be able to try out this overstable Entropy. It's pretty sweet looking. It's got a lot of good flare going on in it, so let's put it under the basket. Or get in it. Oh man, we were so close. Alright, we got our 3, so move on to hole 2. I would like to try out this Volt, but I think that honestly we need to get a little distance, so we'll go Tesla again. Put it on a little bit of a turnover line. That was going to be so pretty. We hit the tree and bounced off and completely destroyed our great drive we had going. So we'll take the Volt, and can't decide whether or not I want to go through this tiny gap or hyzer around and hope this is stable enough to get back. I think we'll try to go through that gap. That thing is stable, and we got a long putt. We're about pin high, but we are off to the left side here, so let's get up there, bang out a big putt. Alright, so we got a long putt here. I think I'll go with the soft one. Seems to hold a little straighter. And that's a 4. So instantly we are +1. No bueno. Okay, so we'll go Tesla again. We got some wind out here. We got a right to left now. It has been a tailwind up until now. Oh, I clipped that tiniest little branch and it killed me. Oh. Alright, so another terrible drive. We were looking good. We clipped a branch. Laying over here in the fairway. We'll go at him, the hard one. Should be a decent putt. We'll say par. Alright, a little tailwind here. So it'll try to drop the disc, but we're not far off, so I'm not too worried about it. That tried to bounce out, didn't it? Fun. We'll throw the fault. We don't need this much disc, but yeah, let's just see what happens. Well, we were tracking, but we skipped long left, so let's go make a putt. Okay, so we almost skipped long, but we didn't. So let's make this putt. All right, first birdie. That gets us back to even. Ooh. Let's get another bird, hopefully. Okay, so we got a little bit of a headwind here, so we'll go Tesla, and hopefully it'll fight through the headwind and end up somewhere in a nice little putting approach situation, if not a putt itself. We are pin high, but way off to the right. That headwind just held that thing over. Okay, so we got a long approach here. Let me tilt you up a little bit. We landed right here next to the tree, right here. So we're gonna try to put it in from range or get it under the basket. Right by that basket. Right by. Alright, let's knock this putt out. Terrible, just terrible. We're not doing too well. We're only even, and we're going on to 6 now. But we do have a couple of birdie holes coming up, and that should help our score out. I got a 1, 2, 3 more birdie opportunities. So fingers crossed, let's get some. So it's pretty windy out here. I'm not even sure if really any of the audio is going to be usable out here. you know what? Let's go volt here. Between those two trees up there, it should be okay. It probably be a long putt though. All right, so we came up a little short here. It's pretty wet. It's a good thing I got my T-Rexes on today. You able to see that? Kind of. Went right by the basket. Right by the basket. I'm gonna go tap out. Another par. Okay, so because I'm very smart and educated and I always plan ahead, I'm kind of like a Boy Scout in that way. I did not plan ahead and bring us out. So obviously I was being sarcastic when I said I was smart. I'm not, obviously. So I want to keep drying things off on my shirt like a man does. Let's go entropy. A little bit of flex line, high power shot. Hopefully we get near the basket. Flexed out pretty good. We should be 10, 12. Another birdie. Alright, so we got a little bit of a swirly wind. Sometimes it's tail, sometimes it's to the side, sometimes it's headwind. So it's pretty hard to gauge. So we actually ended up with closer to 15 or 17 feet. So we'll just put some stank on it, try to get through the wind whichever way it's going. Very good. Back to now we are 1 under. So we're a little more I don't know, respectable, I guess. I don't know. Let's get another one. Okay, here we will go with the volt. And like I said earlier, it's pretty wet and dirty. Man. Alright. We'll use our shirt again. I'm getting filthy. Alright. We'll keep it low under the trees and hopefully get right next to the basket. Here, let me correct you a little bit there. There you go. Alright, so we came up about 10 foot short and we flared big time across the basket. We were never going to make it, but it looked pretty cool from here, didn't it? Okay, so in our flare we came off to the left a little. Let's bang out another birdie here. You know what, I'll go with this soft. Talking about, get something. Banging out putts. Alright, hold on. Let's get a really long drive with this and get another birdie. That's not going to do it. We're taking a par probably, hopefully. Okay, we're going to throw it hard at the basket with the entropy and hope to make it. wind at -2. It's not bad. I was hoping for better. It took me a minute to get used to the MVP discs. I don't really throw a whole lot of MVP. I throw more Axiom than I do MVP. I know they're similar and made by MVP, both, you know, Axiom's made by MVP, but I don't really throw a whole lot of the MVP. I do like them. It's not that I don't like them, but let's bang out a putt, take our par, end it on 2. Nah. And -2. And there you have it. We ended up -2 on the MVP round. It wasn't bad. We played very poorly in the beginning, picked it up in the end, salvaged the round, but it took a little getting used to. I'm not used to throwing a lot of MVP discs, so it's to be expected that it might start off a little slow. But you know, we had to power through. We had to learn the disc, see how they flew at first, and then in the end we were doing okay. Today we shot the MVP and the Axiom, so it was a little longer of a day. You can probably see I'm still wearing the same shirt as I was in the Axiom video. If you haven't seen the Axiom video, I'll post a link right here. We'll go into the discs and how they flew. Tesla. I've thrown this one a few times. It's nice and gummy. I like it. It's a good solid distance driver. You can get a little flex out of it, but it's always going to fade left. The Volt. Today was the first time we threw this disc. It's very pretty, very pretty. You can see it's got a lot of good coloring in it. It's very, I like this cosmic neutron plastic. It's pretty cool. It feels good in the hand, but I tell you what, this thing is very stable. If I continue to use it and continue to throw with it and get some good pop on it, it might be a good disc for me. It's more stable than an Explorer, like an Opto X Explorer or something. It's very stable. It's not quite a Firebird, but it's pretty stable. I liked it. We didn't throw it a whole lot, but when we did, it did okay. But like I say, it is very stable. The Matrix, I threw it on a couple of practice shots. We really didn't throw it too much. It's a stable mid-range. I tend to release this thing low a lot, and I don't really get a lot of good throws with it. I don't know what it is. It feels weird in my hand. It may feel pretty cool in your hands, but mine, I'm just not a big fan of this mid-range. So we didn't really throw it a whole lot. I knew what it was going into the round. The Entropy. This was the first time that we were throwing this disc, and I was very impressed with this disc. It's got a lot of stability in it. It's a lower speed, so you can really power on it, and you can get a good flex out of it. It did real good on approaches. I really like this disc, and of course, look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. It's very nice. I like this plastic, this cosmic neutron. It's nice. The putters, as we expected, the hard electron was more stable than the soft cosmic electron. So into headwinds, I kind of would use this one, but most of the putting I did with this one, and it's nice. It's not going to be my main putter. I mean, let's not get crazy. But as far as today, it was a very good putter. I liked using it. It was it feels decent in the hands. It's kind of shallow. It's very small. It's a lot smaller than a Deputy even, but it's a pretty decent putter though. So that about does it for this video. As always, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. You can click this little guy right here, make it easier on yourself. Subscribe right now. Check out some of these videos here. You may see something that you're interested in, maybe a disc that you haven't tried before and you've been thinking about getting. Until next time, we'll see you here on In the Bag Disc Golf.